Hi Libra, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. Hope you guys have a good holiday season and new year. This is your January 2025 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, Source open in front of us. The Celtic Cross spread as always. And I'll also uphold the 4 agreements and wisdom of the Oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off our own nose astrology guys in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, well, we have the South Node. Interesting to see this come up because the South Node's actually been in your sign for more or less the last year and a half, and it'll actually be moving out of your sign and into Virgo around a little bit before the middle of January. So definitely makes sense to see that pop up. Right, well, and now we also see your sign pop up here as well. So yeah, definitely be some focus on yourselves this month, right? And given the South Node coming up too, maybe there's going to be some things that you guys will be releasing. So that's what I see with that. And we have 8. So 8th house energy for you guys is actually Taurus. 8th house in general points to death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments. And as far as what we have going on in Taurus, we have Uranus still retrograde in Taurus. And finally, at the very end of January, it's going to shift to direct motion. So that could definitely impact that area of your lives. So we'll keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 2 of Cups, Cancer energy. And challenging that, we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So what I see with this could just be saying that there's an opportunity for a meeting of the minds this month. And the challenge could be maybe there just needs to be some communication, right? So the reason why I say that is for you guys, Temperance, Sagittarius energy does represent your 3rd house of communication. We did have a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, pretty much just wrapped up. And it's still in its post-shadow period until around the 2nd or 3rd of January. And then it'll move into, Mercury will move into Capricorn right after the end of the first week of January. So could just be saying that especially early in January, that might be the time, if there were some misunderstandings, some miscommunication that took place, especially that first week of January might be a really time to get that straightened out. Alright, in the foundation position, we have the 3 of Swords. So yeah, this is actually a Libra energy here, so it could just be saying that whatever the situation was, there could have been a lot of disappointment that you felt in a situation. Maybe it's just one of those things where you were dug in on one issue, they were dug in on another, right? And then that third option didn't really seem like it could come together. So for some of you, it could be a career thing, given that that's what Cancer energy points to in your chart. But of course, with the artwork, could have been a romantic connection, even friendships, you name it. But yeah, definitely looks like there is the potential for a meeting of the minds, getting back on the same page. But again, like I said, I think the key is going to be to actually talk out whatever the situation was, and especially, if it was a situation during the Mercury retrograde, right? As we get away from that energy, that could be a good time to clear the air. All right. Past energy, we have the King of Wands. So yeah, so this could just be saying that maybe that was what ultimately what the issue was, right? There could have been some ego conflicts. And seeing this here too, it could just be saying that for some of you was more of a friendship scenario. But again, we mentioned other types of connections it could have been as well. But yeah, that's what I feel like was ultimately at play there, where, well, even if the conflict itself wasn't necessarily something that came out of ego, I feel like the failure to correct the situation to this point might be a result of ego. All right, present position, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is Cancerian energy here. So yeah, so this is another indicator that definitely says that there is the potential there to get things back on track, right? So again, like I said, whether it's friend group, one-to-one connection, career, whatever the case may be, it looks like there is the potential to get things back on track this month. All right, and in your future position, we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, so to me this says that ultimately it looks like you will get things back on track in whatever the situation was, and then in doing so, it's going to make you feel, overwhelmed with gratitude. So definitely seems like a positive there. All right. In the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Four of Pentacles. So yes, this could definitely just be saying that maybe you've really just been holding on to this issue for a long time. Um, not a matter of right or wrong in that regard. I mean, I will say this represents the last 10 degrees of Capricorn, and Pluto was there for quite some time, and now it's finally out of there and into Aquarius. So it could just be saying that maybe during that time that was really bringing that energy out of you. Um, and now it could even just be saying as simple as when all these planetary placements start to move through that same area of the zodiac for you guys, that might finally be what helps you release it. All right, in the environment position, we have the Fool. So yeah, so whether it's the astrology or not, right, I feel like this is an indicator that says that something's going to shift for you guys this month to where you do feel like now, like, okay, I'm ready to let that go, put it behind me and embrace this fresh energy. Right, and the hopes or fears position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So in this context, I feel like this is saying that you're hoping that you really were able to grow from the situation, right? To learn from it, to avoid repeating it again. Like I said, again, not to put blame out there one way or the other, but I just feel like it's saying that your fault or their fault, right? If you wanted to get it resolved, then that's what's the more important thing there. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, so ultimately I feel like this is saying that when you do clear the situation up from the past, it's going to help free up other things for you. So, it could just be one of those things where whether you're conscious of it or not, right, from not having a situation resolved from the past, it could just be causing blockages for you in other areas as well. It just might not come across as clearly. And then all of a sudden you address that one thing and you start to notice other things open up for you as well. And yeah, I will say, especially too, given that the South Node came up for you guys too, could just be as simple as that as well. As that transit's finally wrapping up, getting the South Node moving out of your sign, which can point to releasing things, things from the past coming back up to look at again. Could just be saying that that transit also is helping move that energy out of the way for you. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, and it can often refer to reconciliations, but sometimes it can even just be extending healing to your inner child, right? So again, like I said, for some of you, especially South Node, right, this could have been something going back years, maybe 18 years, right? So could just be something that you're finally putting behind you, ready to release it, and it seems like the astrology is supporting that on multiple fronts. All right. From the Four Agreements deck, we have always do your best, and it says don't overdo. Okay, it says always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. Interesting message there. I don't really see an energy here of like overexerting yourselves in any way, but maybe for some of you that is how this played out, and that could have been what caused the imbalance in the past as well. Especially, to be fair, given that the Two of Cups energy is for 10th house of career and social status, right? So maybe if things got out of balance in that area of life, you guys now, and it impacted other areas of your life, maybe you could be putting all that back on track this month. All right, from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Orphaned. There's the artwork, and the number is 5. Let's see what this has to say. All right, central meanings says a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. The Oracle's message: we were all meant to have connections with other people, within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of, rather than separate from, is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. So yeah, definitely a positive message there, right? Especially for those of you who, like I said, maybe this is more of extending, into your inner child, right? And maybe letting go of something that you've held on to for a really long time from your past. All right, the relationship message says, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. See, that's an interesting message there, right? Because I could see that even if this were playing out in a one-to-one relationship, which is certainly a possibility, it could just be saying that the key there might still be to at least speak up about what is bothering you, right? And then for some of you, that could mean that, yes, maybe you get that relationship back on track. Or for others of you, right, it might grant you with the freedom you would need to actually find the connection that would be a good fit for you. The prosperity message says, this card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you experience true prosperity. All right. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. So hope it resonated with you guys. Once again, hope you're having a good holiday season and have a happy new year, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.